Tucker Smith here. We're out on a place. Actually never been here before. There's no map on my graph, but we're in North Alabama and we're looking for some fish right now on my side scan on my Humminbird. And I went over this place earlier and saw some rocks, saw a couple fish around those rocks. So we're gonna scan back over it here in a second and see if those fish are still around that area. And we're gonna try to drag and catch a few. That dragging way to really catch them this time of year is dragging for sure. And one of my favorite baits to drag is a football jig. And we're gonna throw a Yamamoto Yam Craw on the back of it. It's just a good way to get bites, especially right now in the summertime. When the water's hot, those fish are lethargic. They're not really wanting to move around much. And especially when the water's got a little bit of color to it. When the water's got a little bit of stain and color to it, those fish tend to feed more on the bottom and use their lateral lines and you know, their instincts more to eat the baits that they're wanting to eat, and they don't seem to want to come up on stuff as easy. So today it seems like bottom baits have been the deal, so we're definitely going to start dragging a little bit. Right here's those rocks, and it looks like there's a few fish mixed in as well, and there's some brush piles around the area too, some bait. But it's really important that you find hard bottom when you're dragging. You can see on the right side right here, this is really bright. Here are those rocks right here. Looks like there might be a couple fish mixed in with those rocks. And this is all soft bottom, that darker color right here. And then as you get to the right, this is all bright, and this is all hard bottom. And fish like to be on hard bottom, especially when you're dragging. I throw a tungsten football jig, and that seems to be my favorite jig to catch them on and drag, because you can feel every little rock, every little shell, every little piece of the bottom. And that's really important when you're dragging offshore, because some of these places you're fishing are 20 foot deep, and you know, you might get a little tiny bite and the fish barely eats it, and you'll feel it with that tungsten. So that's why I throw tungsten. And you can also throw a smaller profile, and that's important as well. A lot of people throw really big jigs, but I like to throw a more compact, smaller football jig and drag it on the bottom. So we're gonna try to get up here and see if these fish will bite. We're gonna drag our jig real slow on the bottom in this little bit stainer water, a little bit more stained water, and see if we can catch a couple bass. Yeah, so right here I've got 2 brush piles that I marked, and then also these are the rocks right here that I marked, and saw a couple of fish around that area. But we don't have any map of this place. It's a smaller lake, but you can still see the waypoints. I've got my range lines out here at 100 foot on each side, so I can kind of tell how far I am away from those waypoints. And I like, whenever I'm idling a place, if I find a place that looks good, I try to get off the edge of it and barely hit it with my side scan, not go right over the top of it and scare those fish. Fish can definitely hear the motor, and it definitely affects them. So I try to get as far away as I can, and I try to creep up on them on the trolling motor. I don't really just see the fish and throw it in neutral and turn the motor off. I usually just try to idle by, cut the motor off and troll up real slow to them. And usually that seems to be the best way to get those pressured fish to bite. Here's a couple.
What's your line? Rod reel line?
Yeah, I'm throwing 20-pound P-line, 100% soft fluorocarbon. That's one of my favorite lines to throw. It's really good around rocks, trees, anything like that. It's abrasion resistant, and it casts really good. I like to throw that 20-pound. You don't have to retie much. You can just boat flip them right in the boat. The rod I'm throwing is a Shimano Corrado rod. This is a 7.5 heavy. I like a little bit longer rod so you can cast it really far, bomb it. And this is a Shimano Metanium reel right here. It's a 8-to-1 gear ratio reel. I like a faster reel when I'm throwing a bottom bait, so that I can set the hook and winch those fish up off the bottom really quickly and drive that hook. All right, so we didn't have any luck over on that other spot. Saw some fish, but they just wouldn't bite. I think a lot of them were crappie and white bass, but it was definitely some activity. We just moved spots over here and did some scanning, and it looks like we've got a road bed right here. We've got a really big rise on the down scan. It goes from about 12 foot up to about 8 foot right there, and you can see all these rocks right through here. Seems like an old roadbed that was blown out right here. And definitely a lot of rock, a lot of hard bottom, and fish like depth change and they like hard bottom. So we're gonna check out these rocks, check out this roadbed, do a little bit of dragging on there and see if we can catch some bass. But it looks like a really good spot for them to be. And by the looks of it, I don't know if this place has got too much crazy structure out here, like rocks and stuff like this. So I think this should be a good place to catch some bass. We're gonna try it out. They all just came up off the bottom. About to get bit. I got a fish. Little guy, but it's a fish. But I was just fishing, little largemouth. I was just fishing this spot right here and they came up schooling, and looks like there's a group of them actually on this roadbed that are sitting down there and just chasing bait. So looks like there's a good bit of fish right there, so I'm gonna make a few more casts, see if we can catch some better ones. Looks like there's a couple better ones down there too. A bunch of little guys. Another fish. He's long and skinny. But yeah, they were just came up and chased some bait, and they're sitting down there on the bottom. They're being pretty finicky, but once that bait ball came over the top of them, they really got fired up.